Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, a standalone Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Each episode is a separate, complete adventure, so you can listen to them in any order. We are joined today by Percy.
Hi, I'm a level 17 wood elf. I stand 6'2". I have long brown hair that goes halfway down my back, and I have piercing blue eyes. I wear a worn leather armor with a fresh new cloak that I recently got. And I have a 2-meter tall staff carved out of dark wood.
Tanager.
Tanager Goodfellow. Level 7 cleric, level 4 fighter, level 6 bard. Today Tanager is in mourning, for his hero has passed away, the dear yarn spinner. But he is wearing, of course, the traditional fully white kimono, and has dyed both the hair top of his chest and the fur around his shoulders and head in a cascade of rainbow colors.
Morning Rainbow. Yep. And Barsook.
Hello there. Barsook Molotok here. I'm a dwarf, 4 levels of barbarian, 13 levels of monk. If you include my wild mane of muddy red hair, I'm just a sneeze over 4 feet tall. The wife says I have what the missus would call a dad bod, but don't let that fool you. I'm quite capable physically. I always keep my instrument, the bass viet, close at hand, and it doubles as a handy club in fights. I'm currently wearing a black and white robe with badger stripes down the back.
You are all in the Fire Breathing Kittens Guild Hall. The guild is a large building with a bar, a sitting area with wooden tables and chairs, and a wall with a corkboard and job flyers posted. Today, you are the only ones in the bar, except for Niqamui, the retired adventurer and bartender, who is on the other side of the room behind the bar polishing something. It is eerily quiet without everyone else in the bar. The silence is disturbing.
Naturally, Tanager will bust through the door. He's carrying himself bushels of fruit. Curry is behind him carrying far too many packages of fresh cakes, bottles of wine, and things like that. And he's going to go place them in front of Mendax's old room.
Excuse me, Tanager. Do you need a hand with those?
Oh, yes, I'm just paying my respects. How are you both doing? It's really quiet in here. Eerily quiet.
Very odd. I wonder where everyone's at. Don't think there's anything special going on at the moment. Unless they didn't invite us.
When's the last time anybody checked the corkboard?
Well, let's run these upstairs. Percy, do you mind checking the corkboard for us?
Sure, I'll go check it out, see if there's anything on there of interest. I walk up to the corkboard and go peruse it.
There are 0 flyers on the corkboard.
This is...
Oh, good lord, Curry, how are you carrying 15 packages? Hand some over, please.
Why is there nothing on here? I walk up to the lady behind the bar, forget her name, and go ask her if she knows what's up.
Okay, go ahead and do that in character.
What's her name again?
Niqamui.
Forgot it.
You can just say bartender.
True. Hey, Niqamui, where's everyone at? I mean, surely... I know sometimes the guild hall isn't that populated, but surely there'd be someone else around.
Oh, there's no way you've forgotten what today is.
A Friday?
It is a Friday. She laughs and continues to polish the 3-somethings. These new members, they get me every time.
Could you explain? I'm a little confused here.
Of course, it's bang! You hear a loud noise from outside the bar.
Tanager will come running down the stairs with Barsook. Barsook, did you hear that noise?
Ugh. Blast. Are the sorcerers shooting fireballs through the window again?
Let's go check it out. You have to walk out the door.
Before I leave, I'm going to head to the bar and ask the bartender for, of course, a dry martini, 3 olives, and look at the somethings that she's polishing.
She slides a martini exactly as you ordered. I think dry has meaning. Is that gin?
Well, I guess Tanager would have a gin martini, but it's with vermouth.
Vermouth. So dry is vermouth.
Dirty is olive juice.
Dirty is olive juice. Dry is okay. Got it. Okay. Newsy knows what all of those words mean, even though the DM doesn't. DM needs to study some bartending, but she makes your drink perfectly because she has passed. Oh, I do know this. I knew a bartender one time, and he told me that the test for becoming a bartender was that he had to make 10 drinks in 10 minutes, and they like shout them at you. They're like, dry martini, go. So she passed her test. She slides it across the bar, and you see that she is polishing a trophy. 3 trophies, actually. It is then that Percy and Barsook open the door, I assume, to the guild hall, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
You rush outside and see fireworks. It's fireworks that were making those sounds. Crowds are pouring through the street, all of them heading left to right in the same direction, towards the port.
Why are there fireworks going on?
Is someone important arriving?
I mean, who's important enough for fireworks?
Tanager, do a perception check.
Oh, yeah, I'm super good at those. I'm actually not bad. Oh, but that is a 6 on the dice. So, with my 5 bonus, it's 6 now. That is 12.
With the 12, you see that these are sporting competition trophies that say, winner, fire-breathing kittens on them.
I do a dramatic camera turn to the people at the door and go, "Oh my god, boys, it's the Niqamui fighting tournament."
It's a fighting tournament?
That was this week?
I have to go get my armor on. I'll be back down in a minute. Tell Mobius to bring the carriage around. Tanager has a carriage now.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Splendid.
Yeah, and then Tanger's gonna go put on his armor. But I guess he can't undye his hair, so he's going to the fighting tournament with rainbow hair.
No, that's totally fine, Tanager. The more colorful, the more vibrant, the better.
Yes.
It's a distraction for the enemies.
I have to prepare myself. Fetch the oil.
Oh, I've already got it on me, buddy. And Tanager pulls out a flask and goes, "Let's win this one for Mendex."
Toss. I need some.
All right, I oil up my bros. Probably much to the chagrin of my carriage driver.
It'll come out of the seats. Don't worry about it.
The carriage driver's going to roll a quick butler skill check.
And his name is Mobius.
Oh, Mobius has been to the butler school. What was it? The feather something butler school? This is canon.
Nice. I did shell him out double wages, so.
Oh my, yeah, you hired the best carriage driver. You won't be, it's like when you taunt the Queen's guards, you won't be able to get a reaction on their face, no matter what you do.
I love you, Mobius. Sorry we got oil everywhere again.
Again?
Oh, yeah, I really need to get I should switch over to leather instead of velvet. But, yeah, boys, we got the fighting tournament on our hands. We gotta win it for him this year. This is very, very important, and, like, I can't believe I'm getting to do it, honestly. I'm really not that... I mean, I'm great at fighting. Believe in me.
I'm not the greatest fighter myself, but...
Don't worry there, Tanager. I know I'm new, but I spent years in fighting pits. We got this. Trust me on this.
Yes, I do have this cool new maul. I got it from the pyramid. And Tanager's holding a massive golden, like, king's scepter, but, like, the size of a maul, so probably, like, 3.5, close to 4 feet tall, made of solid gold.
That looks expensive.
Yeah, I'm sure whatever mummy I stole it from is super mad.
I can imagine.
Tell me, have you considered cutting it in half? Just to make, a pair? Just to hit twice as many people at the same time?
No, I'm more of an all-or-nothing fighter. I'm not that good. Speaking of which, what are your skill sets? What are we going into this? Because I got some illusion magic, I got copies, I got no heals. So, I'm not that kind of cleric.
Oh,
Everybody
dear.
take a drink.
I've got a single healing
Cheers.
spell, so I can help out a little, and I've got my summoning magic, so that should do well along with my wild shape.
Well, I specialize in throwing down and giving very thorough beatdowns. Fisticuffs, or with Bosville. Throw me off a cliff with someone else, and someone else is going to be walking away a lot more hurt.
Alright, well, I've got a few game plans in mind. Let's get there, see the fighting arena. But I'm thinking you just play defense, keep us in the back casting. We got summons and illusions and things like that. Then anyone who breaks through, you give them the beatdown.
That sounds like a wonderful plan to me. I'll give him the old Niqamui clothesline.
Yeah. Blood Red Rover.
Sounds like I can do some damage.
You have the right idea.
Cool. So let's just drink it up on the way there.
You guys tell me what you do.
Oh, but well, we're going to send the carriage to the port where we saw the fireworks. And that conversation would have taken place, like, in transit.
Alrighty. The carriage arrives at the port. A magically constructed long, wide pier leads to a huge stadium that is floating on top of the water as if it were land. The open water of the port has been converted to a sports center. You walk up to the pier, and interestingly, the magical material that it's been constructed out of is clear. You can see right down into the water below. It's unnerving but cool to set your feet upon this clear, strong material that the pier is made out of. The chatter of the crowd surrounds you, and you smell food aromas wafting from up ahead. It is a bright, sunny autumn day. The sun fights off any chill.
This is one interesting looking festival. I wonder, do you want to, quickly go pop and see if we can find some food? Festival food's always the best.
Yeah, sounds great to me.
They head up the long gangplank to the arena. It's like a pier. It's really wide and people can walk up it. And you're walking with the crowd on this clear magical material to the arena. All right, entering the arena. On the right is the word tickets. On the left are the words sign up. And straight ahead are some arrows that say souvenirs, temples, bathrooms, food.
You guys want to go sign up and then go get some food?
Yeah, we should probably hit the booths in that order. Figure out what the tickets are for, if this is like carnival style where we need a bunch of tickets to go in, or if we just need a ticket to enter. Then we'll sign up and stuff.
Just a thought, maybe we should see what the window for signing up is first. I'd really hate to enjoy a few carnival rides and street meat, just to find out I arrived 30 seconds late.
Yes, let's divide and conquer. So I'll supervise. And you do tickets, and then Percy can... Percy, you take care of tickets, and then Barsook, you can do sign-ups. Sound good?
Divide and conquer. Excellent plan.
Sounds like a good plan. Let's do it. I'll walk up to the ticket booth and go see what the ticket situation is.
You see that if you would like to enter the arena, you need one ticket, which costs 1 gold each. The tickets are for the spectators.
Yeah, obviously we want to be participating, not spectating, so I'll walk back to Barsook and go see how he's doing with the sign-up.
Barsook, in the meantime, you have found that a lot of very experienced fighter-looking people are in this line for the sign-up.
Do I recognize any of them?
Roll a history
Like any
check.
particularly famous? Oh, 3. After modifiers.
With a 3 after modifiers, you do recognize one of them. You walk up to them, the name is on their tip of your tongue, and you're like, oh, I know that person. They have a very specific goatee mustache thing going on and long yellow hair, and they're really buff and tan, and their name starts with an H. It's a, and then you blink.
Oh, by the gods, by the gods, by the gods. Keep it cool, Barsook. Keep it cool. It's only your hero, and you're only completely forgetting everything about them. Just relax, let them come to you, let them introduce themselves.
The person with their incredible rippling muscles, and they're wearing this t-shirt that's so thin that they could rip it between their two hands, and you have a feeling that they're going to later.
Yes! So cool.
They are surrounded by fans, and they're currently signing something with their back to you, handing it to a fan. They look like they're a really kind, nice person, and everyone who's their fan is getting their stuff signed, and they don't look like overwhelmed or scared of the mob. They're in the moment. They're loving it. They're reveling in the attention.
I am going to just, pockets. No paper, my robe. There's a white stripe. He can totally sign that. And I just run up, incredibly excited to be seeing this person, bearing my back to them and just pointing. Please.
They take out a massive magical Sharpie, and they sign a scribble across your back that you can't see or read because it's on your back. You'll remember their name later when you can see a mirror. Cool, bro? Yeah.
You're awesome. You are so awesome. Thank you. I'm going to treasure this forever. It'll be a family heirloom. Rock on, man.
They give you a high five. And it is then that your teammates see you and wave from the end of the line.
He signed it. He signed my back. He signed it.
Oh, cool. I can't believe they signed your back. And then Tanager's going to go buy probably like 200 tickets and then just go start like throwing them at people who like look like they can't afford to get in.
Aw. The crowd cheers. Woo! Scalpers are the best.
Yes. This is because the fire-breathing kittens are generous and we don't do that much arson. We're rebranding.
Arson is no longer our thing, sort of.
We'll just asterisk. But just so Tanager knows, what did the name say?
The name said... I've got a few options, so give me a second.
Wow, a man of mystery. So many aliases.
The name said Harlan, and he's a half-orc artificer with the fire-breathing kittens. Ooh, from the past. Blast from the past. Are you guys starting to join the sign-up line?
Oh, I've gotten
yeah.
3 forms for each of us.
Well, it's a really long
I want to
line.
get us signed up, but I'm not going to forge signatures.
Okay, so the sign-up line, you actually, it stretches out further than you can see, so it's like a thing that you join the end of, but you can't see where it ends. So my question is, do you join the really, really long sign-up line?
Yeah, Tanager's going to do that dirtbag amusement park thing where I'm just going out to do something else and then show up halfway with like a funnel cake and like having passed out the tickets and stuff and be like, oh, these are my friends, I'm with them, they were holding my place.
One of those people.
Do a persuasion check, and let's see how the human that you're trying to cut in line of reacts.
I'll take a 23.
Of course, sir. Right? Yeah, here.
Cool, do you want some funnel cake? What's your name?
My name's Bartholomew, and according to this dice, I would love some funnel cake.
Here you go. I split my funnel cake with Bartholomew.
Aw. They're just a really nice person, and they don't mind at all. Okay.
I just have more questions about Bartholomew. We should probably focus on the fighting tournament.
Okay. All right. So you guys are in line for the sign up. There is a long line of people in a hallway. There are so many people here. As you're standing there, the line shuffles forward a little bit, and then you stand, and then the line shuffles forward a little bit, and then you stand, and then the line shuffles forward a little bit. You can hear waves outside the window as you're standing on this constructed, massive building that is treating the ocean as extra usable land. On the right wall, you see a sign that says, Rules. As you stand in line, they're going to educate you about the rules of the fighting competition before you can sign up. The sign says, Rules. Everybody ready? I hope you got your pen. A contestant loses if they are unconscious or not visibly in the ring for 10 counts, which there's going to be a referee. It goes 1, 2, 3, which in D&D terms is 2 rounds. Here is an example for you guys. If something happens and you go out of the ring, which is a raised platform, and you start your turn outside the ring, that is 1 round, you starting your turn outside the ring, and that's okay. But if you don't get back in the ring, and if it's your turn on the second time you start your turn outside the ring, you're out, you lose. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
So they knock you out on their turn. You
Yeah.
can start your next turn outside the ring, but the following turn you have to start in the ring.
Yes.
Perfect.
Or you are out of the match. Your teammates are then down a member. Flying, burrowing, and turning invisible all count as not visibly being in the ring, so this is an interesting case of aggressive invisibility where you can turn someone invisible to disqualify them.
Cool.
If only I could turn things invisible.
Alright.
I welcome them staying on the ground.
The entry fee is 1,000 gold plus 1 diamond worth at least 300 gold, which will be returned to you if not consumed, or 1,300 gold even, which will not be reimbursed. Teams of 3 will fight until the round has been decided. Up to 1,000 entrants fighting as 333 teams of 3 may enter. This is double elimination, so you have to all be eliminated twice for your team to lose, and it's winner takes all. 1 million gold. Anybody have any questions on the rules of the fighting tournament?
I'm square.
Almost squared away. Sounds good.
Sounds like a straightforward scrap to me.
That 1 million gold is pretty appealing.
Yeah. All right, everybody, as you're standing in line reading these rules, do a perception check.
That's a 24.
That is a 10.
It's a 21 for me.
Percy and Tanager are pretty perceptive, and you both see a sign on the wall that says, teams of 3 only beyond this point.
Is there an option to bet?
Yes. But you haven't found it.
Okay. So yeah, I would just have asked somebody like, hey, can I gamble? And they're like, yeah, keep going.
Yes, you can. But it's on the DL.
Cool. So we're going to bet that whole million, right?
Well, the million's a reward, so we have to win the tournament before we can bet the million.
Well, they don't have to know that.
Bartholomew the human.
Fellows, I'm going to be honest with you. I have a scant 30-some gold to my name. I do not have the spare change to be betting on us, or anyone.
Well, don't worry. We'll cover the entry fee. Was Bartholomew mumbling something?
Yeah. Bartholomew the human was the one who told you that there's betting here, but it's on the down low. And he slides you a piece of paper with information. It says the name of a food stall. It says, okay, can you guys think of a really good food stall name?
Yeah. Hot tacos, cold beer.
Ah, I want that. Okay. Hot tacos cold beer is he just slips you that, and it's like, yeah, it's on the down low. That's where the betting is.
Bartholomew, you're super cool, dude. Like, do you want to hang out sometime? Like, what do you do for work? Why are you, like, participating in this?
With your 24 perception check, you see that he has a guild insignia on him.
Of the fire-breathing kittens?
Unfortunately, no. I think you know what this is. He's a sunblade.
Oh, gross. How deep's the tattoo?
It's permanent.
I mean, depends on how sharp the knife is.
Oh, no.
We can make him much cooler than this. And tattoo redos are not an option. So I notice it, like, try to maintain composure as I don't recoil. And go like, oh, cool, man. So, yeah. Do you have a team? Are you doing solo? Are there more sunblades here?
Oh, yeah. Me and these 2 other sunblades, and he points to 2 people behind him who look decidedly less cool. Oh, yeah, we're totally going to win it all.
Okay, man. Like, you know we're a team of 3 and we're fire-breathing kittens, right?
You guys are fire-breathing kittens? Ugh, Tanager, I thought you were cool.
Okay, we have beef now. I can't believe I shared my funnel cake with you, Bartholomew.
All right, and then, by the way, Tanager, since you got a 24 before on your perception check, you were the highest. Tanager, you see Tanager as you are standing in line watching the people mill about on their way to the concession stand. Aaron, your Triton friend, seems to be on a date with Simmond the Kind, who you remember.
Yeah, oh my god, this is like nerd fest.
The two look happy as they chat about something. It's too far away to hear them because you guys are in line for the sign-up and they're in line for the concession. But they're gesturing to the menu poster and probably picking which food to share. And is that, walking up to the end of the line behind them, they're kind of closer to where the food is distributed. They're in line for hot tacos and cold beer. And walking up to the end of the line, behind them, hair in a ponytail, wearing glasses, moving with her lithe alien beauty, is Drusilla. She cues, joining the line nonchalantly, as if she hadn't seen her deceased lover, Simmond the Kind, return to life.
There's going to be some drama here.
Yeah, this is not good, boys. I should definitely interject myself.
But we can't. It says teams of 3 beyond this point. If you leave the line, we're screwed.
Oh, that's right. And I made enemies with Bartholomew, who again is like a foot away from me as I'm saying this. Real quick, out of character, I have gotten into a fight with someone at an amusement park while in line for a ride, and it's hell on earth. Because you just stand there for like 15 more minutes. Okay. I'm gonna call over to Drusilla.
Alright, what do you say in character?
What do you say to your ex? I'm resisting so many mean jokes thinking about exes. Hey, Drusilla, it's me, Tanager. We live together.
She looks up. She hasn't seen Aaron or Simmond the Kind yet, and turns and looks at you. And her face, which was in a pretty chill, like, "Hey, I'm at a festival. I'm gonna get some hot tacos and cold beer," like happy expression, sees you, and before she can poke her face, frowns, but then quickly fixes that expression. She says, "Oh, Tanager, I see you again. How did that thing work out with the ocean?"
Oh, yeah, no, Nixie, lives with me now. I guess I'm, her caretaker. I don't know how I ended up with the job. We mostly do karaoke. These are my friends, Percy and Barsook. Say hello. This is the, woman who, I would say break my heart, but also help me grow as a person. I don't know. How would you explain our relationship, Drew? I'm trying to keep her attention on me until I see them leave hot tacos, cold beer.
Nice.
Percy has a very odd expression on his face, like, personal growth, yay, but, exes and awkwardness, doesn't know how to feel. So I'm just going to do the wave, hi, with, weird, the hand up, small wave.
She mirrors your small...
Barsook stops trying to look over his shoulder constantly, like a dog chasing his own tail, trying to get that name. It's still on the tip of his tongue, but he's still so excited about it, and stops to see the ex. "Oh, Tanager, you didn't tell me you had such a pretty friend. Hello."
Yeah, put it on ice, Barsook. Yes, Drusilla. She is a vision of beauty. Forged out of nature itself, right? Tell us about that. That must have been crazy.
She stops herself before she defines your relationship as anything. So, you couldn't tell if she was about to say a mistake or a learning experience. You can't tell because she's distracted by you talking about herself. Everyone loves hearing about themselves. I'm going to say that because of that, you succeed. And she tells you all about her. So she's immortal, and she's a druid, and she has a grove. It's on a tropical island, and you can tell that she would rather not be talking or introducing herself to you guys, but because she's talking about herself, she's going to keep going. Tanager watches as Aaron and Simon the Kind collect their food. Aaron feeds Simon the Kind a spoonful of whipped cream. Simon the Kind smiles in delight at the sweet treat, and they walk off into the crowd without her having noticed them. Success.
Tanager is just like, guys, stop being so adorable for 2 seconds. That could be on a postcard.
You hear that, Percy? We're adorable.
I mean, what can I say? Hey, I do my best.
Drusilla, so are you going to bet on us in the match? Do you have gold? I'm very rich.
As a dryad of nature, she totally does not care that you're very rich, and she sees your flexing as just like posturing. And she's like, I don't bet. And then because somehow the sight of you has, for some reason, ruined her appetite, she has no appetite anymore and disengages from you and heads to her seat. It was nice to see you, Tanager. Best of luck. It looks like you're competing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
You're gonna see me, Drusilla.
Oh, great. And then she heads off to her seat.
I love you. I mumble under my breath. So that was heart-wrenching.
You've come pretty far this season. Is Tanager still in love with Drusilla?
Tanager is in love with everybody in the world. Okay. He just knows Drusilla better. And, like, he doesn't want to get back with her, but that doesn't mean he loves her any less as an individual. Like, he knows how toxic and bad their relationship is, and that's why he likes to, like... They don't have, like, a scrapbook of pictures together, but being nasty to each other is like, aw, this is just like back then. But we did have a healthy relationship until Tanager wanted to start drinking beer and gambling again. Which is like, he's like, you are totally valid for me breaking up with you and being mad at me. He was in his early 20s then. We all make mistakes, folks. Come on.
Yeah.
5 stars on 5-star review only.
They kind of split up and had their separate ways, and the line continues. So now we have Barsook, Percy, and Tanager shuffling ahead in line. Now Drusilla is long gone. She's no longer in sight. She's moved off to her seat. And you three now see the table with the registering person ahead of you. It looks like people are going into a room as they pay. You're not sure where they are going after that because no one is coming out of the room. By the way, engineers listening to this at home, one-way direction of traffic is a really good method for crowd control as long as you don't encourage people to turn around. That can cause stampedes. So definitely engineer your crowds, otherwise you can crush people to death. It looks like the crowds are being directed through this room to somewhere else after they enter, because they aren't re-emerging again. The line shuffles, and now you three are standing in front of a table. A man pushes a tray across the table at you and says, "Entry fee, please." And it becomes clear that if you put your money on this tray and pay him, you can pass this table and enter into the room beyond.
Tanager will pay for the group because he has a bunch of raw coinage, and then he's also going to pay for Bartholomew and his group. Just as like, hey, I don't know what your financial situation is like, so I just wanted to make sure I got a chance to kick the crap out of you.
One of those rich people bones.
Please subtract 7,800 gold from your character sheet.
On top of the 200 gold I spent in tickets, that's a firm 8,000 in about 45 minutes, baby. Beat me.
Rich people.
The person sitting behind the table gives each of you a chest-sized paper proclaiming a big number, 150, 151, and 152. Which of you gets each number?
Well, I think since Tanager paid the admissions fee, you would get first pick, my friend.
I like 151 because it's a palindrome.
No, it's not. You're missing
I don't know what
another
a
5.
palindrome is. Wait, is it not one digit enough? Well, it's equal on both sides.
No, there's a 5 on the one side.
I thought it was 150.
Isn't it
No,
1501?
Oh. Yes, I missed a digit. I'm sorry, I've been drinking since yesterday.
The numbers are 150, 151, and 152.
Oh, then it is a palindrome. Yes, you were right. I was wrong.
And now you have to drink, and I pass him the flask.
I take a giant swig.
Yeah, fighting tournament. We can drink because we're not religious weirdos. And I shoot a glance at Bartholomew.
He's so angry. He hasn't yet found out that you've paid for him, but when he finds out, he's not going to be pleased.
And I respect everybody's choice to drink or not drink. I just don't like Bartholomew.
All right, Tanager's 151.
Barsook, why don't you go ahead and pick next?
Well, I'll take the 152. That was my, weights back in the freshman years in wrestling.
Lean fella.
Yeah, used to be. He pats his gut quite fondly.
Well, you're looking great now as well, my friend. And I pat his gut fondly.
Do it enough, it'll dance.
And that makes Percy 150. Beyond the table, you open the door, Percy, because you are first. And, actually, could everyone else please remove your headphones? I'll wave you back in like this.
Cool. Bye, everyone.
You open the door and you step into an about bedroom-sized room. You can see the other wall of it clearly, but it's not close enough to touch. A person is sitting behind a desk on the left wall, leaving the majority of the room as open space. She says, "Welcome. Which of your skills would you like to use to qualify? Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma?"
Well, I am a rather wise individual, so I guess I'll go with wisdom.
The woman points to the wall of 2 doors behind her. She says, "One of these doors takes you to the next stage in the tournament. The other takes you to general admission. Take the right door."
So I could just take the right door and listen to her. Yeah, so I'm going to walk through the right door. The door on the right.
You pass! The next room has rows of chairs. You can see people waiting for their party members here. Go ahead and take off your headphones. You pass. I'll wave you in with this. Next up is number 151, Tanager. Barsook, if you could please remove your headphones. All right, Tanager. You open the door and you step into an about bedroom-sized room. You can see the other wall of it clearly, but it's not close enough to touch. A person is sitting behind a desk on the left wall, leaving the majority of the room as open space. She says, "Welcome. Which of your skills would you like to use to qualify? Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma?"
I just give her a sly smile in response. I think you know, miss.
The woman smiles at you, holding a tomato in her hand threateningly, and says, "Okay, charisma it is. Say something beautiful."
I step across the room, gently glide a finger across the desk, lean in close, push the tomato away with my left hand, look her deeply in the eyes, and go, "Something beautiful."
Whoa, roll a persuasion check.
Heck yeah, baby. Yeah, I'll take a 23.
You pass. She points to the door on the right and says, "Please join your companion."
I sit down on her desk. Oh, you meant the ones I came with. Okay, sorry. But I'll see you after I win this thing, okay? And I give her a wink.
She winks back. Her name is Marjorie.
Marjorie.
Yeah. I'm Marjorie. Yeah, you can see me after. And all right, go to the next room, you. Barsook, you open the door and you step into an about bedroom-sized room. You can see the other wall of it clearly, but it's not close enough to touch. A person is sitting behind a desk on the left wall, leaving the majority of the room as open space. She says, "Welcome. Which of your skills would you like to use to qualify? Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma?"
Well, I'll take constitution.
"Of course, sir." She hands you a tomato and says, "Show me your constitution."
How rotten is the tomato?
It's not fresh.
Just like Mother used to make. And just scarfs it down.
Please make a Constitution saving throw.
That would be 18.
You pass. She waits and watches. You don't vomit. And she says, "You pass, sir. Please take the right door." There's 2 doors behind you. She's pointing to the one on the right.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I'm going to take the one on the right.
You walk through the door on the right, and you enter a room that has rows of chairs. You see your other 2 party members here.
Yeah,
Hey,
so, like,
guys, we're in.
yeah, dude, she was totally feeling me. Like, I don't know, I got this thing with Mer, like, but she's like in a whole other city. And, oh, what's up? Hey!
I'm a one-woman man myself.
Why?
She's nice. She's sweet. I make her laugh, and she makes me smile. But
that
hey,
sounds
no
very-
judgment if you're still young and enjoying a wild life of freedom.
Yes, of course I'm young. Who told you otherwise?
No one. No, not your dryad ex.
What? Ooh, okay. Let's save this energy for the ring, my boys. What do we see, like, around us? We were told that there was a, continuity check. Hot Taco's Cold Beer was the name of the place that they gamble at, but was that outside or was that inside?
It's beyond the place where a person would need a ticket to enter. You could see it from where you were queuing for the sign-up, but you could no longer see it from where you are now.
Can we go in and out, or is it like...
You're in a square room with lines of chairs. If you do a perception check, I'll tell you who all is in the room around you and where the exits are.
Perfect. Help me out with this, boys. I'm not great at this.
Well, apparently I'm not either.
That's an 11.
Don't worry, boys. I got you. 22.
Oof.
16.
Clutch.
Percy, you see, sitting in a chair, waiting for the rest of their party, is an orange-furred tabaxi woman.
Oh, expletive!
She looks upset.
I go and explain to everyone who I see.
Okay. So, Tanager. Sorry for the listeners, but imagine you were in Tanager's hooves right now. Yeah, no. Does he know the expression on his face? Like, how busted can he tell that he is?
Very busted.
So, Tanger's gonna look at his friends and be like, so is it just only people that I'm with here today? Like, I mean, it could fill a stadium, I guess, but, like, I don't know. This is probably the work of frickin' Mephistopheles, goddamn devil.
How many hearts have you broken?
None. I've only created love in the world, and whether that love lasts forever or not is up for a matter of debate, but I've never lied, I've never deceived. But, like I said, I've been around. I own a boat, dude.
So I take it you've broken a few hearts then.
That's up for them to decide whether I've broken their heart or not. I've never intentionally done anything, ever. He takes a sip from his sacred flask. Yeah, I should probably go talk to Mer. Boys, I really don't want to lose any HP, so, could you just, like, back me up on this one?
Walk up with him as backup.
On one condition.
Well, what's the condition, my friend?
What name is on my back?
Oh,
It's been driving me crazy and I cannot see it.
Tanager, you see that it says Hulk Harlan.
You, Hulk Carlin signed your back, dude.
Ah! Thank you! Oh,
Hulkamania.
Oh, yes, I was there in the stands. It was so exciting. Oh, I can't believe he signed my robe. Oh. Thank you. That has been driving me insane. I can actually focus now.
Wait, he signed your robe?
Check it out.
Just a small point of order. Did it not occur to you to take the robe off and look at it?
Well, let's just say I don't want to spoil the surprise that will be unveiled in the ring.
Tanager respects.
Are you going commando under there?
Athlete never reveals his secrets.
Okay, well, my, pseudo-girlfriend is super pissed at me, because I just, really actively flirted for, a very mechanical reason, and then had way too much fun with it, not knowing what was almost assuredly waiting for me.
Dude, I'm going to send you my game notes. She was in this room before this game started. It was amazing timing. I wish I was that good at improv, but she was... okay.
I just will say I was gaslit and baited. You said, what skill do you want to use? Oh, I'm going to use my H strength. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. No, I'm going to flirt with the girl.
Wait a moment. You two didn't have to eat a rotten tomato?
You ate a rotten tomato?
It was rotten!
What did you, crush it between your thighs?
They gave me a tomato and said, prove your constitution. What else was I supposed to do?
I mean, you could have put it in your eye or something.
It was already rotten. A toddler could do that.
Dude, you're gonna get diarrhea in the middle of the match.
And with that, Mur walks up to you, because you're clearly losing it over here. You're beet red. And she crosses her arms, folds them across her chest, and says, Tanager.
How's Tanager gonna play this? Tanager is gonna play it like this. Oh, what's up? My friend ate a rotten tomato. You wanna help me make him puke it up?
She looks not interested in doing that. And what she says is, oh, you're competing too? I hope we're not up against one another. I'd hate to have to beat you up. She chuckles and elbows you playfully, but it hurts.
So, Mur, just out of curiosity, what skill did you use to get through the test?
Have you guys ever played a ranger? What's their top skill?
Dex or wisdom, depending if they're gonna go spellcaster or not.
Okay. She dodged a tomato, so she says, I just, used my ranger strengths, and she brushes off her sleeve. She has no tomato splat marks on her, so she dodged it well.
Tanager kind of smiles at her and goes well, I used, the one skill I have,
I do know.
Reveler, right? You do.
Her orange fur is beautiful. She is a tabaxi, so it's a cat-faced person. If you guys have ever seen the musical Cats, I'm talking that one. That's right, the movie. Yep. Don't see it if you haven't, but if you have, you can't forget. This...
You will never forget.
If you like bad movies, you have to watch it. Just a different opinion.
You will be scarred for life.
She is that orange-furred cat woman. And she is actually wearing something, Tanager, you notice that she is wearing a corsage. She is wearing a pink hollyhock flower and a green bay leaf. Could this be your conversational out to distract her?
It could be, and I think it will be. Oh, corsage, that's lovely. I, walk my goat eyes with her and then lean in to smell it, trying to be okay, well, she did say, she knows my skills well. Let me see if I can charisma my way out of this.
Okay. All right. You're entering her personal space. Roll a persuasion check.
That's a 26.
Yeah, she eats it up. Unlike you with the corsage, goat man, keep your lips to yourself. She says, oh, this old thing? Gesturing to the corsage. If I win, I'll use my victory speech time spot to convince everyone watching that my flower shop in Gardyloo is worth a visit. Hey, Tanager. The orange-furred tabaxi woman reaches into her bag and withdraws a yellow to pink ombre zinnia. She holds out the zinnia to you, Tanager, and says, wear this for me, would you? Maybe it'll give you good luck out there. And if you win, be sure to tell people about my store.
There's nothing more I want in the world, Mur. And he proudly... I guess he's wearing a breastplate, so he would, stick it behind his ear. Sort of like the Roman senator wreath.
Yeah. It is a yellow to pink ombre zinnia. The flower looks pretty in your hair.
Mer, I'm going to make it quick. I don't want to get a bunch of drama going up. I didn't know you were like a one-man deal. I'm happy to have this discussion, and I'm sorry if I upset you.
And I'm going to do the fade to black on the relationship discussion between Mur and Tanager. You guys define your relationship boundaries and your monogamous versus, I guess, polyamorous, like whatever. And the other two don't hear this. I'm going to back off as the narrator.
Yeah, I just didn't, as a player, want to encourage using flirting to get out of, upsetting someone. So you really should have a discussion if you hurt someone's feelings. That's all I wanted to do.
You guys have a genuine heart-to-heart discussion. And it's something that the other two players give you space on. They so I'm going to say Barsook and Percy. What are you guys doing in this waiting room? As those two are having like a clear heart-to-heart, they are defining their relationship boundaries and they're progressing as a couple towards greater intimacy and trust.
Well, I have a set of dice, so I'm like, do you want to play some dice games? Maybe, bide some time while these two get all serious before they have to rip each other's faces apart in the fighting tournament?
Well, I'm happy to learn a new pastime. I'm going to tune up Bossfield and go off in the corner. Play a few bars. Make sure that she won't fall apart on me in the ring.
Nice. All right. That's actually really cool. And everyone around you is listening and enjoying. I mean, an instrument is a great way to pass the time. If you guys have ever been without your phone in a place with other humans, oh man, it's awful. All right. So the music makes everyone feel more comfortable. And you notice that, by the way, you two notice, Tanager, you're distracted.
Oh, with what?
There are people who have noticed that their party members were not able to join them, and you can see them forming loose clumps of three. Because whether or not your party members made it through, you're going to need two others to join you in the ring. So you can see like that Sunblade from earlier, specifically Barsook, you notice as you play that they are joining up with someone in a cowl and another person who just kind of looks like emo. They have dark black hair, but it's been dyed, and they're wearing like a maroon button-up shirt and this long black trench coat. And those three are forming a party. And then Percy, I'd like you to do a perception check.
21.
Oh, you're so perceptive. Okay. So, Percy, there's plants here, and you're like, whoa, plants. So, the magically constructed planter in front of you, it's really cool because you can see the soil through the magically constructed material. And the roots are growing in the soil, and you gotta step forward to examine it. Come on.
Examine it, I'll use shape water it, get some water together to water the plants and, bide some time, pull out some scissors, trim the hedges a little, make everything look good.
Please do a nature check.
21.
Wow. Okay, you're good at nature too. You're perceptive, you're good at nature. You know that the three plants in this planter are thin purple lavender, wide and flat yellow pansies, and in the middle, rising tall with tiny white flowers, valerian. There is a meaning to these flowers. You can feel it. There's something whole and natural about what they're trying to communicate with you, Druid.
Purple, yellow, and white.
Valerian, lavender, pansies, and valerian.
Can I do an investigation check to see why these are significant?
Actually, this is just a role-playing thing. If you understand this communication, it'll help you later in the game. If you look up this communication in the intermission, you can. And it's all up to you, whatever. And if you don't get it, it won't really affect anything. It's just a chance for you to roleplay as a druid. I don't know, I was just adding role-playing opportunities. But yeah, you, Percy, understand that there's a meaning to this.
I'm going to go sit there and ponder it for like half an hour, just stroking my chin, being all druid-like. What is the meaning of nature? The meaning of life itself.
I only know one of them, and it's a Game of Thrones reference. I'm like,
Oh, it's so obscure. It's super obscure. Don't worry. No punishment if you don't get it. You're not intended to get it. It's just like a Easter egg? I don't know. Anyway, so...
All of our botanist listeners.
Oh, yeah. People are like, oh, lavender means this, and pansies mean this, and valerian means this.
One person is like, guys, come on!
I know exactly what this is. How are you not getting it?
How are you missing it?
The language of flowers. Okay. So, from beyond the room, the crowd cheers loudly as a fight tumultuously wraps up, and the loudspeakers announce, participants 150, 151, and 152, please make your way down to the floor.
I end the performance with a bassy chord. Now that's our cue, folks. Go ahead and cheer for us.
Yeah, I give Bartholomew the finger and then dramatically walk into the arena.
Percy's still half pondering the meaning of the flowers, and then realizes his friends are gone. So, I guess I better go find them, and follows them out.
What are you doing, Percy? Come on.
You emerge from the tunnel in the arena wall. Above you, thousands of fans are cheering. Before you is a raised platform, a square 50 feet wide on each side. Steps made of solidified magic rise up to an elevated platform. And that is where I'm going to leave you at the end of part 1. Joining us today were Barsook.
Hey there. Can't wait for the first bout.
Percy.
Bye there. Guess I'm gonna go ponder some lavender again.
And Tanager.
Mer, I'm sorry, I have to go fight. We can finish this discussion later. You know I care about you. Oh, Tanager, good fellow. Bye.
Are you going to ask for reviews?
Oh, I thought we did at the end. Hey, Tanager Goodfellow here, your friendly neighborhood fire-breathing kitten. If you've listened this far into the episode, you might as well give us a review. And if you enjoyed what you hear so far, go ahead and give us 5 stars. That's what I do for you. And you know what? We got very little time in our day that is dedicated to anything, so we'll read your review out loud if you want. So go ahead and leave us a review. I love you.
Bye.
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 Everyone. We hope that you're enjoying this episode of the Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. Please leave us a review on iTunes.com. If you leave us a review, we'll read it on air. It's fun listening to the words of your review get read by the characters you know and love, so go to iTunes.com and leave us a review today. Can you think of someone who might enjoy this podcast? Please share it with them. Is their birthday coming up? A special anniversary? Would you like us to wish them a happy day on your behalf? You can arrange for us to read your shout-out on air at firebreathingkittenspodcast.com through our partnership with the website Buy Me a Coffee. Do you enjoy reading books? You can find paperbacks and ebooks based on our adventures on Amazon.com in the bookstore, Fire Breathing Kittens, that part's all one word, podcast. The authors do a great job of adapting the stories into fun novels. We also have official merchandise on Redbubble.com. Imagine owning a notepad with the Fire Breathing Kitten logo on the front, or a t-shirt with one of your favorite characters. And lastly, I'd like to take a moment to sincerely thank all of you. We don't pay to advertise this show, so the only way we can grow is through the support of listeners like you. Thank you. Welcome back to Fire Breathing Kittens. We are joined again by Barsook.
Hey there.
Percy.
How you doing, guys?
And Tanager.
Yes, okay. I care about you a lot too. Oh, yes, Tanager.
The three are standing upon the raised platform of a fighting arena in the annual Niqamui Fight Club. The crowds are cheering. The heroes are standing on the stage. And walking out to meet you is Bartholomew, a Sunblade, a human, a kind person to most people who aren't fire-breathing kittens. This passionate, devoted paladin has a holy light surrounding them. Following Bartholomew is a tall, robed figure with a cowl covering their face. You can't see what's inside, but you know this cinder cloak is gonna bring the heat. And behind them is it looks kind of like an emo or a goth, has dyed black hair, a long black trench coat, and a otherwise mild-mannered looking maroon button-up shirt. And this nerd is following the two up the steps to the arena. There is a referee with a black and white striped shirt standing in the middle of the arena. Once your opponents have reached their corner, which they do, the referee raises their hands above their heads. You three possess a label piece of paper that says 150, which is Percy, 151, which is Tanager and Barsook, which is 152. Your opponents have similarly a paper with a number on it, and the referee raises their hands above their head and says, "Is everybody ready for Fight Club today?" The crowd goes wild. In this corner, we have a Sunblade, a Cindercloak, and a Moody Bookseller, and the crowd cheers.
Yeah.
They suck.
They're all respected guilds in Niqamui. They have a long history of upholding the public duty and pursuing honor.
Only the Cinder Cloaks are cool.
And in this corner, we have the fire-breathing kittens. The crowd's a little bit less loud in their applause for you. Some mixed responses. One person mutters, "They burned down my house."
Could I try and win the favor of the crowd? Barsook is experienced in pit fights, so he's used to putting on a show and getting people hyped up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time for the athlete to reveal his secrets. He tears off the robe, unveiling shorts that leave very little to the imagination, very form-fitting, his back covered in a cave bear badger, very ferocious-looking creature. He unhurls Bosville, runs his finger along the string, and just starts playing a tune to get people psyched up and, come on with the fire-breathing kittens. Show us what you really think of us, that you love us.
Roll a performance check.
Alrighty. That comes out to 16. The dice are not hot for me today.
More of the crowd members are convinced that you are going to be entertaining than were before. The few people whose house were indeed burned down by fire-breathing kittens are drowned out by the excitement for bloodlust.
Oh, we're gonna give him some blood.
Yeah! It's the fight! And with that, the referee lowers their arms and says, "Begin!" And they run to the edge of the arena. They're standing about 5 feet above the ground because the platform is raised, right at that lip there where they could fall off, but they won't, they're cool. And they're going to oversee what happens now. Everybody roll initiative.
9.
17.
20.
Okay, so everyone remembers the plan, right?
Beat them.
I remember the plan, but we're only 50 feet apart right now?
Yeah, well, let's... Okay. Wait for spellcasters or range attacks. If they do that, let's move up. Otherwise, I can banish 3 people. But we should save that for a team that we really don't think we can win against. And then it's just make sure I don't get hit, and then I'll concentrate for 2 rounds, and then they're out. And I'll do that 3 times.
The fighting order is Barsook, then Percy, then Tanager, then the enemies. If everybody could please pre-roll your 2-hit and damage numbers by the time we get to you, that would be great. Thank you. Barsook, you're up first. You're 50 feet away from the Sunblade Bartholomew, the Cindercloak, and the Moody Bookseller. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to Sharpen Blade. It's a Kensei ability, costs 3 key points, and for the next minute, Bosville is going to be a +3 magic warhammer, effectively. And then, I forget, is it a bonus action or a reaction to hold my action?
It doesn't cost anything. You just hold it, and it's based on a trigger.
Okay. So I will delay my action to see if... I'm going to assume Bartholomew will be the one to try and clobber one of my friends in the face. So if they start approaching, I want to use my movement to intercept them and then bash their face in.
Got it. Your reaction is held upon... So when Bartholomew moves forward, you will have a reaction.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Percy, you're up. You're 50 feet away from the opponents, and Barsook just made his weapon way more cool.
I'm gonna start out on lower notes so we can see what they're at. I'm gonna cast Conjure Animal, conjuring 2 dire wolves. So we have a bit of a meat shield, and that is going to take my action, and then they get an initiative turn as well.
They're going to go on your initiative because we can't track everything here at Fire Breathing Kittens, so they're officially going to go on your turn.
Starting next initiative, I assume.
Sure. If you'd like for them to go after your turn, that works. Like,
Yeah.
if you'd like them to go now, they can.
Okay, they're going to go now. Then I'm going to have them use their movement to charge in. They have a 50-foot movement speed. So I'm going to have them charge in and do their bite attack, which is 21 to hit.
Who are they attacking? The Sunblade, the Cindercloak, or the Moody Bookseller?
The Sunblade, of course.
Okay. The Sunblade's armor class is 17. They have plate armor on.
Frickin' nerd.
Okay, and then to hit, do you want me to do each of them individually or both of them as a single creature, if you know what I mean? So do you want me to do two attacks to...
2 attacks, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, first one is 11. It is 22 to hit for the second one.
That hits?
And its attack is 14.
The 2 wolves summoned by the druid sink their fangs into the Sunblade. They find purchase in the space between their patchy armor, I guess. Or maybe they... Oh gosh. Fangs are very sharp and they bite through the chainmail. And this Sunblade goes down in HP. They comically have 2 wolves hanging off of their 2 arms. They've got their arms raised and a wolf is hanging off of each forearm.
And then they need to succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or they're knocked prone.
They do succeed, and they hold those 2 wolves up like racing flags.
Perfect. And then that's my turn.
Got it. At the end of Percy's turn, Tanager, you're 50 feet away from the enemies. Barsook has a much fancier, better weapon, and Percy has sicked 2 wolves on Bartholomew. Bartholomew's holding them up, and they hang from his arms. What do you do, Tanager?
Tanager is going to summon his Echo, which is the copy of Tanager that he can attack from. There's a separate one he can cast spells from, but he hasn't busted that one yet. So he can summon it 15 feet away. So I'm going to move... 15 feet. I'm going to move 10 feet up, summon it 15 feet away, and basically put it in the middle of the field, sort of like to back up Barsook's reaction in case the Sunblade moves.
Okay, so the Echo is 10 plus 15 feet from them, like you summoned it after moving?
Yeah, so it should be 25 feet away, well, okay, no, sorry, 50 feet and 50 feet would be 100 feet, so it's like a fourth of the way there.
Oh, it's, so
Oh, wait,
the distance
50
between
feet
you
away,
and the
yeah.
enemies is 50 feet, so the Echo is indeed 25 feet.
Cool, so I just have him mid-fielding, and then, as my action... Might as well cast, like, sorry, I think I'm gonna do a Vicious Mockery. Just want to check if it's in range. Yep, 60 feet, cool. So a Wisdom saving throw, please, from Bartholomew. As I say, like, hey, you messed up, bro. Like, you don't even have your friends with you, because the Sunblades are a less-than guild. Get your stuff together and join Fire-Breathing Kittens. Cindercloak, you're cool. Why are you with this guy?
They rolled an 18. Does that pass?
I'm using this from Bard, so no, it does not. My check is 19.
Whoa, okay. They look ashamed that they're being represented with a cinder cloak and a moody bookseller, feeling that they are superior. Of course the Sunblades are better than these two guilds, and definitely you, fire-breathing kittens.
Well, you know what? You can feel as bad about that as you want while you take a big fat 8 damage, my guy. And you have disadvantage on your next attack roll before the end of your next turn. Because I burned you so hard. Looks like your Sunblade. Looks like you need some sunscreen for that Sunblade.
Okay.
I don't know, I already did my damage. Not all my jokes have to be perfect.
Okay. Oh, this Sunblade has disadvantage on their next attack, and they look like they've taken a sick burn. It is now their turn. They have 2 wolves hanging from their arms. So rather than step closer to you, Barsook, I think, they're just gonna, this is gonna be a holy chant, because the paladin worshipping their god is the most righteous of people. They start, like, if you could imagine one of those monotone, rhythmic chants that's just, it's so rich and overwhelming. So everybody within 30 feet, which is the echo, I don't know. If you take Constitution saving throws, you're taking one if you're within 30 feet. And could you please, Percy, make 2 Constitution saving throws for the wolves?
Does it take damage, like, if it takes half?
This is not a damaging effect.
It wouldn't affect him then.
Okay.
It only has 1 hit point, so, like, if anything hits it, it goes down. Wait, I think it has, like, 18, but either way, it's... No, it has 1 hit point. It is 18 AC.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a damaging effect. It's just roll a Constitution saving throw. So, Percy the wolves?
19 and 17.
Ah, okay. They both pass. Nothing happens. And that is Bartholomew's turn. The Cinder Cloak says, I got you, bro, because the Cinder Cloaks are the coolest of the people on the enemy team, and shoots out 2 fireballs from its hands at the wolves. It is going to attack the wolf on the left arm for a 14 to hit. Does that hit?
14 hits. Its armor class is 14.
Oh, and the second one also hits. Both wolves take 17 fire damage each. The Cinder Cloak having hurled fireballs at them.
God,
They're
so
doing
cool.
okay.
I respect them so much.
Next, the moody bookseller rolls his eyes, has a sarcastic look on his face, and I'm going to roll a dice. Tanager, you're 1, Percy, you're 2, and Barsook, you're 3.
Oh boy.
Barsook,
This is the one I'm afraid of, honestly.
please make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah!
Oh my god, if he commands you, I'm gonna beat this nerd to death.
Well, the good news. A dirty 20.
Yeah, nothing
Ooh.
happens. No, you're fine.
And we got the saves on our team.
Yeah. All right, and that ends their turn. Barsook, we're back to you. You're 50 feet away from the enemies.
Oh, Barsook is very cross. He looks at the nerdy bookseller. You, whatever you just tried, you messed up now. I am going to enter a rage, and I am going to use my 50 feet of movement to give him the old Niqamui clothesline. So, 50 feet of movement to get up in his face. I will recklessly attack with Bosville. For those listening at home, reckless attack, I get to roll with advantage, but they get to roll with advantage when hitting me. That is 24 on the first hit.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to tell you, it turns out a black trench coat, not great for the AC. Their armor class is 11.
Oh, well, both very clearly hit then. Damage will come out to, from those 2 smacks with Bosville, 27 damage.
Whoa. That's a lot of damage. Describe what it looks like.
Try it again now, punk. And I believe that is Barsook's turn.
Describe what it looked like when you smacked him. Did you hit him with an instrument?
Oh, yes. So Bosville is a long-necked string instrument with a very large body, almost like a bass guitar, but it's been built with a very strong wood. With his entertainer gladiator background, he's allowed to have a very unique weapon as long as it's statistically the same. So I'm essentially hitting him first in the knees, the old Niqamui clothesline. Being a dwarf, that's what I can reach. And then when he's doubled over in pain, just give him an uppercut.
If you guys have ever seen the show Black Books, the protagonist from that is now doubled over in pain. I love that show. All right, anyway. Yes, smacked him. Yes, smacked him good. Percy, it's your turn. You are currently 50 feet away from your wolves, Barsook, and the 3 enemies.
So Percy doesn't like close quarters combat, so he's going to stay right where he is, and he's going to cast Summon Fae to get more meat shields into this battle. So, and it's got a range of 90 feet, so I'm going to have him plop in the middle of the enemies. It's an ally, takes its turn after mine. It's Fae Spirit, a so-so fighter. So I'm going to do that as my action, and then I'm going to pass the turn to all of my beasties.
All right, what do they do?
So the dire wolves have got their target already, so I'm going to let them go at that guy again. First one is an 11 to hit.
The armor class is 17. That misses. This Sunblade is wearing plate armor.
Okay. The second one is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And it does 8 damage.
Yikes.
And
Getting eaten by wolves.
And it needs to do a DC 13 save or get knocked prone.
What type of save?
Strength save.
The wolf pulling at his arm tears something, and you hear a crack, and no longer can he lift his arm, and he fails that. He got a natural 1, so his bone broke, and it's no longer obeying his commands. Although he's a very strong person, he failed the save, and
he's knocked prone.
Is knocked prone. Oof, on the ground.
Okay, and then the Fae Spirit, I'm gonna go have attack the caster that attacked Barsook. And then he's going to do 23 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this dude in the trench coat has an AC of 11.
Oh, okay. So it is going to be 10 piercing damage and 5 force damage.
What does it look like?
So the Fae is going to take his short sword, run up to him, and just run him through.
Oh,
just
goodness.
Keep his momentum and just
Oh my gosh.
straight in there.
Whoa. Really, this person wishes they were wearing more than a trench coat, because that sword just like butter through the leather. Yep. Okay. And with the Fae Spirit done, is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Tanager, you're up. You're 40 feet away, and your echo is 25.
So I'm going to move 5 feet up, use my bonus action to move my echo. Wait, no. They're 50 feet. So I'm going to move 15 feet up, because it can't be with farther than 30 feet away from me. So I'm going to move up to 20 feet, put him at 30 feet, which should make the 50-foot gap cool. I'm going to summon it next to the Moody Bookseller, and then have him do my new signature move. And again, this is just Tanager like puppeting an image of him with his finger, which he's going to use Mirthful Leap to jump in the air, just rolling a d8. We're going to take 5 feet in the air will work. I'm going to use Crap, I used my bonus action. Okay, he's not going to do that. He's going to do this next turn. He's just going to attack like a normal person.
Okay, you started your turn 40 feet away.
Yes, I can attack from my echo. So as long as he is 50 feet away. That's why I moved up to 20. I moved him up with my bonus. And now he is up next to the Moody Bookseller. He's attacking. He got in, I think you said the AC was 17. He got a 16, so he missed.
Okay. Your echo runs the 25 feet up to the Sunblade, the Moody Bookseller? Sunblade.
Moody Bookseller.
Moody
Sunblade's got
Bookseller's
enough
AC is
going.
11.
Oh, so he hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trench coat. Not good armor. Plate armor, better.
Wow, nerd. Okay, well then he hit, he has to make a constitution saving throw and he has to beat a 19, otherwise he's knocked prone.
Also knocked prone. We have one prone Moody Bookseller.
I didn't expect a hit, so I'm rolling my dice real quick. Oh, sorry. I was gonna do something clever, and then I was like, I'm not gonna waste it on this. That's a 9, that's 11 blunt magic damage as I use this massive golden staff to slam this emo kid to the ground.
The emo kid flies to the ground and oofs and takes 11 damage. Yeah, they're...
Yeah, we're beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, it's a glass cannon situation. So, they're not looking good. They've got blood, just a little drop of blood appearing at the side of their mouth. Yeah.
Oh no, mouth blood.
Yep, a little bit.
That's not a good sign in media.
Okay. It is now the enemy's turn. The Sunblade has disadvantage. I'm going to strike that out. And it's prone, so they use half their movement just to stand up. And then they're going to try to attack Barsook, because you were closer than you were before, but they're attacking you with disadvantage.
No, they do have advantage.
Oh,
he
that's
should
right.
be able
It
to roll
cancels out.
normally.
Yeah, can just roll normally. Okay, so I'll just roll once. Nice.
He's
Okay.
welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so please take, I don't know, does a 20 hit your AC?
Yes.
Yes.
My AC
Okay.
is very low, 17.
Please take 40 radiant damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by this amount of damage taken.
So I am a bear totem barbarian. So does that affect the HP total reduction as well?
Yeah, your HP maximum is reduced by the amount of damage that you just took, as Bartholomew calls down a holy light that, honestly, the heavens above strike you. That is what just happened. Paladins.
Yeah, paladins. My brother's a frickin' paladin.
All right. I am down to 182 hit points.
But the scary thing is, you could be down more. Like, your hit point maximum was reduced. Ooh.
Yeah.
And that does not return until you finish a long rest or receive a spell like a greater restoration. Yeah, those hit points just went to
this
God.
might be a problem if it happens again.
Yeah. Okay, that was their turn, and they're now standing. You know, they kneeled, they were prone, they kneeled, they prayed, a holy light shone down, and then they end their turn standing. The Cinder Cloak is the cowled figure. They have a robe on, their head is covered, from the darkness, they whisper something ominous. Oh, and by the way, the Sunblade has been chanting this whole time and is going to continue chanting. It's a concentration effect that I'm just going to keep up. It's a spell that once cast keeps going. I'm not going to have it suffer concentration ending damage effects, whatever. Anyway, so the Cinder Cloak is just like the sound of the Sunblade's chanting is like all around, and the Cinder Cloak starts to whisper some like ominous demon sounding sounds.
So cool.
And hurls flame at Percy.
See how this goes.
Does a 15 hit you, Percy? And does a 18?
Both hit.
Both hit. Please take 34 fire damage.
That hurts.
Ooh, yeah. Lastly, the Moody Bookseller, who is prone. They are no longer prone because as they lay on the ground and they're kind of whiny and there's that bit of blood at the edge of their mouth, and they got like the worst part in their mind is that their trench coat has dirt on it now and it has been run through by a sword. They're like, oh, this is awful. So they transform into mist.
You frickin' nerd.
Mist form. Transform into a mist. Any worn or carried equipment is also transformed. When in mist form, they can't speak, and they can't do actions or reactions, but they can kind of like slowly hover over, and they were really, really close to Tanager. You're 20 feet away. Percy, you're still 50 feet away. Barsook, now you're 0 feet away. So they kind of like slowly Mist clouds don't move very fast. Slowly move over to you, and Barsook, I would like you to please make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, that is 15.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Percy, can you make Constitution saving throws for your Fae and wolves, please? There's a mist cloud around them.
Yes, I can.
Dude, do you have gust? Just blow this fart away.
I wish. One succeeds with a natural 20, the other gets 5.
They are poisoned. They have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
All right, that is the end of their turn. Barsook and Tanager, I'd like you to remember that at the start of your turns there is an effect for you. Just remind me when we get there. And speaking of, Barsook, it's your turn.
Okay.
Can you please make a Constitution saving throw?
Point of order, I was 30 feet away, if that makes a difference.
Oh, you're not 20, you're 30 feet away. Okay, got it.
Well, that one comes out to a 14.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Go ahead and take your turn normally.
All right. So here's a quick question. Is this platform elevated, or is it just like a barrier? Like, don't spend too long outside the barrier. Or if I were to push someone off, would it be a little 300 style fall?
A la Dragon Ball with the Fight Club there. I've seen way too much Dragon Ball like in my formative years. And so it's an elevated by 5-foot stone platform, but it's made out of magical material.
Oh, okay, so just pushing them off, they can hop back on.
Yes.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am just going to look that paladin dead in the eyes. That tickled. Now it's my turn. And I am going to recklessly attack him with Bosville once, and then with my fist once. Does a 26 hit him?
Yes.
Alright, because that's what I got twice.
Excellent. They both hit.
I am going to expend a key point to... I forget what the ability is called, but I can spend a key point as a Kensei monk on a hit to add my martial arts die to my Kensei weapon. And that comes out to 20 on Bosville and 12 damage on the fist. That is a total of 32 damage.
Describe what it looks like as you hit and do damage.
My AC goes up to 19 from the unarmed strike. And what the hit looks like is I hook him at the ankle with Bosville just to get him a little off balance. And then I just give a really hard yank with my arm on the one that's hanging a little funny, just to really throw him off and remind him maybe he should have just enjoyed some funnel cake and bought a ticket instead of enrolling in this. I will then spend my bonus action and expend a key point for dodging. So they should not get advantage.
Noted. That's a good combo with your reckless attack.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Percy, you're up. You're 50 feet away. There's a lot of melee happening across from you. And now a gas cloud? What is going on?
Well, I am going to see this gas cloud, realize I can't really do much to a gas cloud. So I'm going to walk up 10 feet closer and be like, there isn't enough meat shields in this battle. I'm going to pull out my bag of tricks, put my hand in it, and throw a animal out, rolling a d8 to determine what it is. I get a 7, which is an additional direwolf.
Percy and their pack of wolves.
I am then going to use my bonus action to expend a level 1 spell slot to regain 1d8 HP, which is 9. So I'm going to gain 9 HP. And then it is going to be all of my animals' turns.
At the start of all of your animals' turns, please roll a Constitution saving throw for all of them.
I love summoners.
Hey, please wait 1 second.
Dude, it's so much fun. I was watching a recent live play and somebody summoned like a bunch of geese. And it was just... they had the stats of raptors and
Geese are utterly horrifying.
Right? Like, how much fun is that?
I was reading the news and someone was in a canoe and they got drowned to death by a goose. Like a goose killed someone.
Have you ever seen...
I can believe it. They're evil.
Have you seen what the inside of their mouths look like?
No.
It's like Cronenberg.
Okay, so I have 18, 20, 14, and 12.
Nothing happens.
And then for all the beasties' attacks...
Sorry, that was the first Constitution saving roll. Please roll another for all of them.
Oh, now you're just making stuff up.
Nope. One is the chant, one is the gas cloud.
Hey, one got a natural 20.
This is an
Yay.
DC 14 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned until the start of your next turn. Poisoned means disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah, so does Tanager making fun of you.
Okay, so we got a 22 with a natural 20, a dirty 20, a 16, and an 8.
The 8 has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks and coughs as they breathe in poison gas. Apparently, moody booksellers don't smell good.
Hey, because it is a direwolf and it is next to its brethren, it has advantage on all attacks because of pack tactics, so it has neither advantage nor disadvantage.
Yep. Cancelled out.
Perfect. And then...
And its ability checks, by the way, have disadvantage, so it's more likely to stay poisoned.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Okay, the first two direwolves that were on Bartholomew rolled a 19 and a 25.
Again, Bartholomew's AC is 17.
Okay, they roll an 11 and a 7 respectively for damage. The Fae is going to use Fae Step, which allows them to magically teleport up to 30 feet. And it is going to go from where it was, where Gas Cloud Guy was, to the robed figure.
The Cinder Cloak. Yeah,
The Cinder
she's
Cloak?
over there. Yeah.
And it is going to attack her. And because it Fae Stepped, it gains Fuming, which gives it advantage on its next attack. So it rolls a 23,
That hits.
and it does 9 damage.
The Cinder Cloak doesn't even flinch.
Hey,
So cool.
You feel
And
like
then-
the HP of these three are not the same.
someone's got a little more HP.
The Sunblade looks like they're gonna die.
And then the
I told
last
him he should
direwolf
just have
that-
enjoyed funnel cake.
Yeah, yeah. If the Sunblade and the Moody Bookseller had just enjoyed some funnel cake, they wouldn't look like they were gonna die right now. But weirdly, the Cinder Cloak looks fine. You feel like a lot of Sunblades entered the competition and one passed. You feel like only one Cinder Cloak entered. Anyway, continue.
So the last direwolf that came out of the bag of tricks is going to run up to the Cinder Cloak and attack it with a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
And it does 8 damage.
Noted. Again, the Cinder Cloak doesn't even, you can't see any facial expressions beneath the robe, but their posture doesn't change at all. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that is the end of my turn.
Tanager, please make a Constitution saving throw. Actually, 2 of them.
Okie dokie. That's a 19. No joke, 2 19s on the dice.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I've smelled farts before.
The chanting is irritating to you.
So, since I was a good boy and pre-rolled my rolls, and I believe what happens is I need a Constitution saving throw from the, a Strength and then a Constitution saving throw from the Moody Bookseller.
How? They're a gas cloud. What's going on?
Oh, sorry. I guess I'll do it to the Cinder Cloak then.
Okay. Their strength saving throw was a 13. And what was the other saving throw?
Constitution.
Another 13.
So, what happens is I motion my image over to the Cinder Cloak, who then leaps into the air. With Tanager's telekinesis, he causes the Cinder Cloak to rise in the air to meet him about 5 feet above the ground. And then Tanager's Echo slams down with their mighty golden scepter, causing them to become prone and taking a respectable 10 points of damage.
They're laying on the ground for a good second, and then they kick their feet up and they backflip style, like kick themselves up from the ground without using their arms.
When this happens, I'm playing off of it. I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw, I believe, from the paladin.
15.
That's a fail. They take another 8 points of damage as I'm like, see? That's what a real guild looks like. And vicious mockery them.
Oh my gosh. You take them down to 1 hit point. But they're still there. They're still holding on. They're standing. Okay, so it's the enemy's turn, right?
Keep in mind they do now have disadvantage on their attack, which I think after the negation, would mean that they now have disadvantage if they want to attack Barsook.
Got it. Noted. Okay, so is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that's the end of my turn.
The Cinder Cloak.
Oh, free action.
Themselves.
Sorry, free action. I give him the finger again. That was it.
Okay. The Cinder Cloak flips themselves up using their feet to kick up, not using their arm at all, and they stand up. They're no longer prone. That's what they used half of their movement to do. The Cinder Cloak is going to Barsook. The dice chose you.
Oh, bring it.
Both of those hit well above your AC, and you take 34 fire damage.
Whoa! Well, thankfully I'm raging, so 34 becomes a much more manageable 17.
Okay. Next up is the Sunblade, who has 1 hit point and disadvantage on this attack. They're surrounded by a pack of 3 wolves and a Fey Spirit and a Barsook.
And again, 1 hit point because someone made fun of him and he's crying like a little baby.
Yep. Barsook, does a 19 hit your AC?
It ties my AC with the unarmed strike I made, so it does hit.
Got it. Then please take 40 radiant damage as they cry out to the sky above and you get blasted by light. Your maximum HP is reduced by this amount.
All right, my maximum is now down to 162, and my HP is currently 135. We're still in triple digits.
I mean, I can't heal you anyway, so you're fine.
Barsook, please make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm not quite as good at those. Not the number we like, 3.
You are beguiled by this gas cloud. You are charmed. In fact, you have a telepathic link with it now. It says, Barsook. Barsook.
Yes, Mr. Fart?
You will call me Master Fart, and you will like it.
Okay.
Master Fart, yes, please teach me your ways.
Can we fade to black on this battle?
You now have to do your best to obey the commands of the fart. It says to you, the satyr Barsook, kill him.
Yes, Master Fart. The satyr must smell.
Until the end of this fart cloud's next turn, the creature takes only the actions you choose, doesn't do anything that you don't allow it to do. During this time, you can cause the creature to blah, 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 blah. Basically, each time something happens, you'll get another saving throw. But until then, kill the satyr.
You make a very excellent point.
And it's your turn. First, I'd like you to make a wisdom or a constitution saving throw, because Sunblade's still chanting.
Okay, well, that's a 12, even though I rolled a 1.
Okay, you're fine. Made it to beat it. You literally can't fail on this. That's awful. Okay, so...
Barbarians.
Yeah.
Any other saving throws?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
You're not poisoned.
Now,
you're one with the fart.
well, I also have purity of body, I just realized. Even though I never failed it. But, speaking of monk abilities, Stillness of Mind. Starting at 7th level, I can use an action to end one effect on myself that is causing myself to be charmed or frightened.
You are not charmed, you're dominated.
Oh.
Yeah. I had some flavor text, but no, you're dominated.
Oh.
Damn you.
Well. Hey, Tanager! Listen, this talking fog cloud, it said that you are kind of a jerk, and you kind of need to take it back a few notches with the Sunblade. Alright? Buddy, come here. As I've never seen this echo before, is it possible I'd confuse it for Tanager?
Because the fart cloud was in your mind, it was able to clarify which one it meant. It means that one.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Master Fart. Thank you. All right, Tanager, come here. What's Tanager's AC?
His AC is 16. Ah, bonus action. Dang it. Yeah, no, you can probably hit me. It's 16.
Okay. Well, I hate to say it, but Barsook's a very go big or go home guy. He's recklessly attacking.
Out of character.
Well, the good news, one did miss, and there were no crits. But you're still taking 15 damage.
Oh no. I don't have a ton of HP, but I'm okay. Don't worry, guys.
This hurts me just as much as it hurts you. And I'm going to use my bonus action to make an unarmed strike and attempt to grapple with that attack. So I will be making this athletics check with advantage. You need to beat 26.
There's no possible way I could do that.
Come on, buddy, hug it out. I know you had a rough time earlier. Tell me about your troubles. Talk to Barsook. Master Gascloud, I have him for you. And that is my turn.
Good turn. Percy, you're up. You're 40 feet away. Your friends are grappling. You're like, what is going on?
Yeah, seeing this going on, I'm like, this is not right. So we've got to deal with that gas cloud. And I think I figured out how to do it. I cast Feeble Mind on it.
What?
I can
the 8th
block.
level spell?
Yes.
That's brutal.
Oh.
So it takes 46 psychic damage. I rolled a 31 to hit. It takes 15 psychic damage, and it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, it takes 15 psychic damage, and it makes a saving throw of... You said intelligence?
Yes.
15.
So it was under 19, my spell save DC. Its intelligence and charisma are now 1. It can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. It can, however, identify friends. He can follow them and even protect them. He can attempt to... he can repeat the saving throw in 30 days.
The mist form condenses into a moody bookseller. I'm going to say that this ends that spell, because they can't cast spells, right? So that spell is ended. They are standing, looking blank. And Barsook, your mind is just yours again.
Tanager, I love a good team huddle as much as everyone, but what the heck?
Give me a kiss and get your Reveler damned hands off me. And then I smooch him and push him off.
Mwah. All right, put me in, coach.
Okay, so for Beastie's turns now.
Everybody, please make a Constitution saving throw. Not for a gas cloud, but for a chant.
All my
Tanager
Beasties.
included?
All the beasties, sorry. It's the start of their turn.
14, 14, 18, and natural 20.
They're fine. No one will ever be affected by this chant. The end.
Yes, because Bartholomew was dead. He just took 19 damage.
Oh, the first hit takes him out. Describe what happens.
So these dials are they're pretty hungry, and there's some pretty serious pack animals. So they're just gonna start ripping into him, and it's not gonna be a pretty sight. And you know, the sensor bar is gonna come up and be like, bye bye, kind of thing.
Ooh, literally being eaten by wolves. All right.
Yep.
Note to self, don't need to add Bartholomew to the character list. Eaten by wolves.
No, hold on. Wasn't there a diamond thing in case you die?
Yes. You know how the spell
So-
Revivify works?
6 seconds.
Yeah, so...
Well,
Wait,
also,
no, I'm
you
gonna
paid
pull
their
an
entrance
olive
fee.
here. No, I'm pulling an olive here, and I will call for the referee to stop the match if this guy's going to die in a recreational arena.
I thought they just get they cast revive on them later.
Just gonna read the spell Revivify. You touch a creature that has died within the last minute. That creature returns to life with 1 hit point. This spell can't return to life a creature that has died of old age, nor can it restore any missing body parts, such as those eaten by a direwolf.
Oh, so he still gets to come back. He's just missing limbs.
Yeah, he's probably just missing an arm and a leg.
Which there's nothing wrong with. And I'm sure his poor guild will be able to pay for prosthetics for him. Unless they're like a bunch of broke jokes like I know they are, in which he can come to me, Tanager Goodfellow, who will happily replace his missing body parts.
Right now, he's being eaten by wolves, so is that the end of your turn, Percy?
No, I've got 2 more attacks.
Okay.
So
No.
the Fae attacks the robed figure. I forgot his name again.
Her name is Cindercloak. You have not really
Cindercloak?
met her.
What is the AC of Cindercloak?
15.
Ah,
Well, the Fae rolled a natural 20 and did 28 damage total.
What does it look like? How are they doing that? They have a sword?
They have a short sword. So, I mean, yes, he hasn't been doing much damage so far, so I think the Fae gets rather annoyed and just starts wailing at him, you know, just left, right, just kind of slashing a little enraged, with a little tinge of hatred in his eyes.
A slash cuts across the burlap sack cloak and reveals, rather than skin or clothing underneath, just darkness.
Oh, damn.
So cool.
And then the last wolf misses completely.
All right.
And then the other 2 direwolves are going to use their movement to go up to her. They can't make an attack yet, but next turn they're going to be getting into the fray.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Got it. Tanager, please make a Constitution saving throw.
12?
Oh, finally.
No.
Wait, no. The Sunblade has died. Yeah, no, they're being eaten by wolves. You're fine. You're fine.
Super cool. I do the Vengeful Leap on the Cindercloak.
Yeah?
So I need a Strength and then a Con saving throw.
15 and 24.
Okay, not knocked prone, but they do get lifted in the air and then slam back down.
Nice. How much damage did they take?
A very respectable 5.
All right, they're down to 140 hit points.
Okay, so maybe we bring out this one. It's the enemy's turn, right?
Yes. The Sunblade is down and being eaten by wolves. The moody bookseller is standing there with a dumb look on their face, not doing anything. And the Cindercloak will hurl flame at you guys. They hurl flame at Percy. Does a non-natural 20 hit your AC, Percy?
It most definitely does.
Okay. You take 36 fire damage.
That hurts.
They threw fireballs at you. Okay. The moody bookseller doesn't really do much, and that ends the enemy's turn. It's now Barsook's turn. Barsook, Tanager just kissed you and pushed you away from them.
how close is the moody bookseller to the edge?
Within 5 feet.
Oh, wonderful. I am just going to rush right into his face and, spend a key point for a flurry of blows. So just deliver an uppercut with boss feel and then strike them with 3 unarmed strikes, the final one culminating in shoving them out of the ring. And these will be reckless, of course. That's 3 15s and a 14, even with advantage. So that's
They all hit.
all the unarmed strikes hitting? Oh, even the 14?
Yes. The moody bookseller has an AC of 11 with their trench coat.
Oh, I was going for the fire cloak. My mistake.
Oh, you were talking about the cinder cloak.
Yes.
Sure. they're also within 5 feet of the edge. They have an armor class of 15, so everything except for the last one hits them.
All right. So that is only 17 damage. Barsook charges up to the fire cloak, and I am going to replace my attack action with the shove action. As I'm raging, this has advantage.
Okay. Reading the shove, it sounds like you are making a strength athletics check, contested by my strength or dexterity check.
Can they beat a 27?
The Cindercloak rolls an 18 and fails.
An admirable effort.
They fly 5 feet away from you, falling off of the edge of the stadium, raised area, the arena. They land on the grass outside, on their butt, the hood falling back from a head with long curling blonde hair.
I'd stay down if I were you.
Make an intimidation check.
Well, that comes out to a very dull 13.
Okay. Their insight did not beat that, and they are intimidated. They stay on the grass. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of Barsook's turn.
The Cindercloak quickly covers her beautiful golden curls with her hood and goes, nobody should see me. I'm just a Cindercloak. You don't know who I am. And flees
Nobody saw.
and flees back to the tunnel that they came from. Percy, it's your turn.
The only one still in the... Sorry, real quick. The only one still in the ring is the Moody bookseller, right?
With a vacant look in their eyes.
Cool.
So, I'm just gonna not do anything on my turn and have my Fey step up to him and run him through with a 14, doing 14 damage.
With a vacant look in their eyes, they just have a sword in them. They are not dead.
And then I'll have all 3 of my wolves run up to him and do there was 25, 21, 21.
We're gonna fade to black on that. Okay, we've got 3 dire wolves. They're eating this person. They start to scream, and then the screaming stops. Cool.
Percy, just drag him out of the ring.
But that's not as fun.
Stop. He's already dead.
Okay, all right. We've got 1 Sunblade and 1 Moody Bookseller permanently disfigured by Percy's wolves. The referee, as the sounds of slurping and crunching emanate from Percy's wolves, the referee raises Tanager's and Barsook's hands and comes over to Percy and raises your hand too and says, "The winners! Fire-breathing kittens!" And the crowd boos. Boo! Boo! Fire-breathing kittens! You're awful! You're eating people with wolves! You're the worst! Boo!
Yeah.
You might be next.
I do the WWE heel thing where I'm walking around the ring with my arms up like, what? What, you don't love me? And just really playing up the antagonistic role because, I don't know, maybe we'll get more protection jobs out of this.
Boo! All right, that ends fight 1. Whew.
Fight 1?
Yeah. Yeah, guys, you gotta win 2.
Wait, Tanager, have you never been in these before?
Yeah, I've fought people before.
Yeah, it's never just one bout.
Alright, well, let's run the banishment gambit on the next one. Just keep them away from me and I'll just drop these guys out of existence.
Sounds like a plan. My wolves are going to follow me out.
I mean, they already hate us.
That is true.
And you are now all in the open space of the arena. You have been escorted to the place where you can buy food, you can do stuff, there's people milling about, you might run into some familiar faces. What do you do?
Tanager is going to go to Hot Tacos Cold Beer and try to place a bet.
Got it. Tanager splits off from the party and is doing that. Percy and Barsook, describe what you're doing.
Well,
I am going to go look around to see if there's any stalls that might sell healing potions, because I forgot to bring my healing potions with me, so...
Yes, there is a sign above that says temples, where you can go buy some healing potions there. And Barsook, what are you up to?
well, my maximum HP's been dropped by a considerable amount. And you said a long rest could solve that, correct?
You don't know that.
Ah, okay. Well, I've just received a lot of very painful divine smiting from a god whose name I don't know, but I'm going to get their number and I am going to make that complaint known to them. I'm feeling quite sore. I could use a stiff drink. I imagine the food court would have that bar that I'm looking for. So, what has the best looking drink selection? Because I don't want just a basic beer. I need something stiff, something sweet.
There's a place called Houlihan's that has craft cocktails and more.
Ah, wonderful. I find the shortest stool just so I don't have to hoist myself up. Barkeep, I need a double strong mojito. Do not go easy on the lime. I don't even want to see anything clear. Go a little easy on the mint, though, please.
Okay. You receive your alcohol, and as you're drinking there, you notice around you, eating at one of the tables, like near the bar, two familiar faces. A woman whose face is lighting up as she sees you, and a teenage girl whose black hair has blue streaks dyed into it.
Oh, honey! Dear! What are you two doing here?
They knew you were here, and they're going to eat with you in between your fights. All the guilds are fighting today, they said. We came to cheer you on because you recently joined the fire-breathing kittens. We saw your fight.
Oh, that's... Oh, thank you. Thank you. What happened? I remember the fart spoke to me, and then I woke up in the embrace of Tanager.
That happens.
Nothing too strange, I hope. Mind if I borrow one of your fries?
Your daughter Claire mocks you and tells you what happened.
Oh, gods.
Teenagers.
Honey, I really... I just want you to know that Seda was nowhere near as comforting as you.
And then your wife and you and your daughter have a chat, and I'm going to leave you there. Tanager, you successfully place your bet. How much do you wager?
$1 million gold.
On who?
Us.
2?
Win.
Got it. Percy, perception check.
Hey, what are our odds?
Like 10 to 1.
So we would get 10 million gold if we win.
You will. Or you'll get murdered, because that's how betting actually works.
Hey, come on. I can banish myself, and then I just live on another plane.
The mob might be after Tanager. You placed your bet with someone called Ruby Safiosi.
Can I flirt with Ruby Safiosi?
Absolutely.
Could you describe him real quick? I'll make this as succinct as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, picture the female main actress from Lost.
Okay. So,
and
cool
we're going to fade to
million.
black on that, because Percy, perception check.
I rolled a 30.
A what?
A 30.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, can't fade to black on that one, can you?
Plus 11s are great.
You hear the low sound of people talking, echoing as if their voices were carried across a distance. This is something that other people wouldn't have been able to notice, but you look up and you see a grate in the ceiling. The voices are the loudest near this grate. The openings are just a few inches apart, too small for you, Percy, to fit in.
How small are we talking? We're talking tiny beast accessible?
We are.
I am going to abandon my search for health potions, and I am going to wild shape into a bat and go follow the sound.
Okay, and you possess 3 healing potions that you purchased, by the way. We're going to say that successfully happened. They're wild-shaped with you in your bat form as you fly up into the air duct. You're inside the air duct, your tiny wings flapping along inside this smooth passageway. The voices are louder in here and easier to understand. Just the prettiest orange fur would be wonderful in my collection. The voices stop, and you come to a T in the silence. Do you go left or right?
Can I sit and listen for a sec, see if I can determine which direction the voices are coming from?
Yeah, you pause for a second. There are no additional voices. It's silent.
I am going to use echolocation to attempt to see what's in each direction.
Your echolocation informs you that there is a humanoid figure in a room below the air vent opening on the passageway to the left.
Yeah, and then I'll go left.
You flap along in that direction. The voices begin again. Just do it. Oh, good. The voices are louder than they were before. You pick up your pace and come to a grate directly over the room with the speakers. An older Caucasian human man wearing a showy metal chest plate and costume-quality leather limb armor and a lion cape, like the fur from a killed lion he is wearing as a cape. He strides from the room and shuts the door behind him.
I'm going to peek into the room, so there's no one in the room at the moment, to clarify.
That's correct. There's no one in the room anymore.
I'm going to go into the room and have a look about.
Okay. It's a small room that has preparation stuff in it. It has meat on a table, like a platter of meat, you see a zebra leg, and you see a giraffe head and neck.
Yeah, so looks like we've got maybe some smuggling going on here. The door's closed, right? So I can't go through the door and follow him.
Correct. Bats not so good at opening doors.
Since when?
I mean, they are pretty tiny. I mean, it would be cute tiny hands trying to open a door, but I don't think they're gonna manage it.
So cute.
So, not wanting to transform back into a human and potentially get caught, because I'm pretty sure Tanagers bet a small fortune on us, and if I'm kicked out, I don't like their odds. So, I'm going to go back through the grate with a theory I have, and I'm going to go back to the main hall to go find Tanager to discuss it with him.
You find Tanager. And Barsook, you walk up, having just been reinvigorated with a lovely chat with your family. You're also a little drunk.
That Beatrice. She sees the best in me. Tanager!
Yes, I just bet an incredible amount of money that we don't have on us. So let's win this next round, chaps.
Why am I not surprised?
How much is ridiculous?
Oh, the whole pot. A million gold pieces.
And whose names?
Oh, just me. Don't worry, I would never include you in something like that. But you'll still get a fair cut of the 10 mil if we win.
So, guys, I just, I have a small story for you guys. So, I was on my way after buying my healing potions, and I heard through a grate some talking, and being as inquisitive as I was, I decided to go up the grate and, see what was going on, turning into a bat, because I'm cool and all. And I heard the voice of a man in a lion cape saying something about an orange cat or something to that effect, and saying to get it. So, and once I got into the room, I saw a bunch of butchered rare animals. So, just a theory I came up with. I think someone might be after your orange tabaxi friend, Tanager.
Cool, just lost 1 million gold. Have to go protect my loved ones. I'll hook up around with you guys later. There's no way I'm putting Mur in danger.
Wait.
So, I guess I have to go commit a murder.
Wait, Tanager, before we go commit murder...
do you need help?
Oh, I'm about to start murdering indiscriminately if there's anyone in my way between me and this lion-cloaked figure.
I haven't even given you a full description or where I saw him.
I'm just gonna kill
the entire Colosseum.
Yeah, if I have to, if it protects Mur.
Do you even know where Mur is?
I retract my eagerness to help.
How long do we have until our match?
It's unclear to you how long you have until your next match.
Cool. Well, I have to go kill a bunch of people. So, if you could give me the closest known location of this species trafficker, because I don't like any part of the vibe he's giving off.
You weren't even there. You didn't even see his vibe.
Oh, I can smell his vibe. I'm a reveler. Gods damn it.
How
If
about
someone's going to ruin a party, I know.
how about instead of doing that, we go, because Mer can only be in one or two places. Either still waiting in the room because she probably hasn't had a match yet, or she could have just come out of the arena and will be in the food stall area where we are. So how about we find Mer and protect her instead of going in indiscriminately killing people on a hunch I had.
I mean, this one's on you, my dude.
It was a hunch.
I'm just saying, I got this big rod made of gold, and I've only got to hit people like 4 or 5 times with it. No, let's go search for Mer. Tanager acquiesces.
I follow Tanager to make sure he doesn't kill random people.
I follow as well.
I like how you didn't even remember Mer in the very beginning. You were like, oh, hi, new lady. And now you're like, Mer bust.
Yeah, I'm playing a character. Sometimes when you're a trashy dude, you don't appreciate what's close to you. But at the same time, when somebody is put in a situation, they become the most important thing in your vision. And like, whether I'm with her or not, I care about her in my own weird way. And I'm going to make sure that she's safe and not eaten, sold into slavery, or turned into clothing, which seems to be this guy's vibe.
At least until Marjorie distracts you again.
Hey, what up, Marge?
So, what do you guys do?
We're going to check those 2 locations that Percy mentioned.
You check both locations. Mer is nowhere to be seen.
Are there any other orange-haired beings? Other tabaxi with that coat color or furbolg and the like?
Yes, it's a very crowded coliseum. Thousands of spectators fill the stands. There's definitely other orange tabaxis here. And there's lots of other orange things. Someone like the Mad Hatter, that could be the person they were talking about.
Yeah, but Mer's the prettiest, so obviously they're talking about her.
Yeah, the Mad Hatter can't compete. Okay.
I mean, he got some yeeks, but, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like this, boys. I don't like this at all.
The loudspeaker announces, Participants 150, 151, 152, please make your way down to the floor.
Oh, crap, that's us.
Clean and quick.
Let's just end this.
Yeah.
And we can go save your girl.
Banish him. I'll play point guard for you, too.
Yeah, we do a hands in. FBK! Throw our hands up in the air.
Let's do this!
You emerge from the tunnel in the arena wall. Above you, fans cheer. Before you is a raised platform, a square 50 feet wide on each side. You climb the steps made of solidified magic and can now see across the arena. An older Caucasian man with a showy metal chest plate and costume-bedazzled leather limb armor waits for you. A cape billows out behind him, made of skinned lion's pelt. Behind him are 4 huge, shiny purple satin-covered cubes. The satin ripples in the wind. A black and white stripe-shirted referee steps onto the platform and announces to the crowd, "It's the final showdown! In one corner, we have returning champion Hagenbeck von Amberg." The crowd cheers loudly. Woohoo! Yeah, Hagenbeck, Hagenbeck, Hagenbeck. In the other corner, a vigilante guild who fights dirty to take what they want. Fire-breathing kittens. The crowd boos. You might not be the face in this match. The ref sticks a whistle in their mouth, raises both hands above their head, and as they thrust their arms downward, they whistle as loud as they can and shout, "Start!"
So, Tanager is wondering, these are teams of 3, correct?
That is correct. We're using the same initiative order as before. Barsook, it's your turn.
Barsook said he wanted to do this one by the book and play point guard. He doesn't have a clue what those 4 cube things are, let alone what the suspiciously similar person to the cannibal? Do we know? Maybe. Across the arena is. And he's still a little sore, so he's going to play it safe and enter his rage. And move forward about 25 feet. And then use his, hold his actions. Just to intercept anybody trying to come for his two friends. You may look mean, champion, but we're going to cut you down to size. And that is Barsook's turn.
Noted. You are 25 feet away from Hagenbeck and the satin rippling in the wind. Percy, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to, go big or go home. I am going to upcast Wall of Fire, a 4th level spell, to a 9th level Wall of Fire. It creates a wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick. So I'm going to try him to arc it, getting the front guy in the initial Heckenbeck, in the initial fire, and sort of curve it round in a slight U to,
Okay, you will get all of the cages in this if you do it as well, because they're standing in line with their cages. Or, I'm sorry, the satin billowing in the wind.
We knew they were cages.
I'm going to get all of them. Okay, they each need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Hagenbeck gets a 12. Some other things happen. Tell me the number.
Well, I'm slightly behind, so I need to quickly roll. My apologies.
No worries.
Even 98, so that is 48 damage to each of them.
Okay, well, so there are things in the satin that rolled a 10. Does that change anything?
The saving throw is 19.
Yeah, okay, so they all failed? Wait, I'm confused.
Yes, they all failed.
So how much
So
damage
on a
did they all
failed
take?
save, they take 48 damage. On a successful, they take half.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, you hear the sound of animal screams from the cages as they burn.
Okay, and as my bonus action, I am going to chug a healing potion because I never did that.
Sure. Is it a bonus action to take a potion, or is it an action?
I think it's using an item, which is an action.
Yeah.
Then I won't do that.
Okay.
Then that is my turn.
Okay. That's a lot of damage, so let me just write that all down. Okay. So the lion tamer is currently in a lot of flame. None of you can see the lion tamer or the satin cubes, the satin that was billowing in the wind. The satin is now consumed and is gone. And you all, Percy? All right. Yep. I didn't expect that from the druid. Let's just say that. I was thinking is that you try to charm the animals and then you try to get him away from the lion tamer and like get him on your sides. Like I had all these like charm negation stuff written down. Like what if you try to charm the animals and they're being whipped by a lion tamer? Didn't expect you to murder the animals.
Well, we didn't know they were
They're
animals.
I was fully expecting like tabaxis and satyrs and like animal folk
Yeah,
in the
I was
cages,
expecting
and I was like,
more,
"Oh, this is gonna be brutal."
Well, it is because they're now screaming. You hear animal screams of pain and human sounding. Tanager, it's your turn. Stuff's on fire. Fire-breathing kittens have been here. Stuff's on fire.
God, we were trying to rebrand. No, charisma saving throw from the lion tamer because I'm just straight up banishing him.
You can't see the lion tamer. They are in fire. The way Wall of Fire works is that you can't see through it. I believe. Percy, am I right?
No, that
Yeah.
sounds right.
The wall is opaque. Yeah, the wall's opaque.
Yep. You just hear screaming.
Dang it. And he's in the middle of the wall, so even if I invoke duplicity, that won't matter.
Well, he's on the edge.
It's 20 feet wide, so everybody's within the wall. Like, it's half the arena, half the stage, basically. I'm picturing from the far end to 20 feet closer to you, so that's, like, you guys, 40 feet up from you is the wall of fire. And then 20 feet beyond that is the edge.
Okay, I can't even... If I can't see past, I can't even cast on the other side, so I guess I'm gonna hold my turn to cast banishment if I see even like an elbow.
Yep. All right, noted. That is your turn. Yeah. So it's now their turn. The things inside the cages scream and, Percy, how much damage do they take on their turn that they start in the wall?
Well, I think it's if they end their turn, not if they start.
Well, they're in cages. They're ending their turn there.
Oh, okay.
It's the circle of life.
This is such a bad look for us.
40 damage.
How much?
Oof.
40 fire damage.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. It's opaque, so I'm gonna roll a random sailor movement. So, drunken sailor movement. Basically, I'm gonna roll for the direction of Hagenbeck. They could run off of the stage, which is a 1. They could run left or right, which are 2 and 4, and they could run towards you, which is 3. Okay, they run further to the right in the wall of fire and end their turn there, and then collapse to the ground and continue to burn. Okay, and the things in the cages continue to burn because they cannot run. Okay, noted. And they continue to burn. Okay. Barsook, it's your turn. There are fewer screams.
Barsook isn't sure what he expected to happen this day. Throwing down. Yeah. Getting a hostile embrace with a satyr, maybe. Who knows what could happen in the ring. But animal cruelty was not on his radar, even remotely.
From a druid!
So, and from what he's heard, this guy kind of had it coming. Also, his rage drops because he hasn't taken any damage or thrown a punch. So this is just kind of a sobering, wow, okay.
God.
This is happening.
Watching a barbarian calm down because of a brutal combat, that's a real mood.
So he'll take about a few steps back, just to be about 15 feet ahead of everyone, and get out of the immediate heat wave, and just start playing a little bit of a dirge on Bosfield, like, so sorry, dear cats, you didn't deserve that. Hopefully there's lots of fish up in kitty heaven.
Kitty heaven.
Thank you, Tanager.
I got you, brother. I mean, clearly, Percy's got this, so we can just ham it up.
That is his action. He doesn't know what to do here.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
That ends my turn.
Percy, it's your turn. There's screams from within the fire. You don't know who is up and who is down. You can't tell. You can tell there are fewer screams, but there are definitely still human screams coming from the fire.
So knowing that Tanager's going to be distraught because his missus could be in serious danger, and he wanted to end this quickly, I am going to do as he asks and try to end this thing quickly. I am going to conjure animals as a 7th level spell, giving myself 6 direwolves that are going to stand just on the opposite end, like just on our side of the wall of fire, because the wall of fire only deals damage in one direction, so on our side it deals no damage. So they're going to all stand there lined up, ready to attack whoever comes out. So that's going to be my action, and then all of their actions, they're just going to hold their actions and attack if someone comes out.
Got it. Is the wall still up?
The wall is still up. The wall's up for 1 minute.
All right. Tanager, it's your turn.
I still can't see the lion-cloaked figure, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna make a persuasion check. Call the match now. You're done. Even if you get revivified, I'm gonna make sure to hack off all of your limbs, take your eyes and your tongue before this is finished. So, end the match now and save the lives that you claim to own, or live a life without ever being able to feel it. Let me see what I roll. Yeah, I'll take a 23.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. The fire crackles. And there is now only one remaining screaming and none. Okay, there are no screams anymore from the fire. It's just the sound of the fire crackling.
We suck, but this guy sucks more.
Did anybody bring marshmallows or hot dogs just to try and salvage this situation?
Way too soon.
Oh, the referee's whistle sounds. Because it has been 2 turns and they cannot be seen. The referee whistle sounds and says, the match is over. They cannot be seen, so they are disqualified. Because opaqueness is a way, get it? Tunneling, burrowing, invisibility.
Yeah.
I
You don't want
totally
dead
thought
air.
of that when I cast this spell, guys. That was totally my idea.
No homicidal intentions at all.
Not at all.
Absolute clutch move, dude. That was incredible.
My next turn I was gonna cast Wall of Thorns on the other side of the fire. So if they go through the fire, they get hit with Wall of Thorns.
You are devious.
Okay. Do you drop the wall of fire?
I drop the Wall of Fire.
Okay. Revealed to you all, now that the opaque wall of flames is gone, are the blackened, crisped remains of 1 human, 1 bear, 1 tiger. These are in cages. 1 bear in a cage, 1 lion in a cage, 1 tiger in a cage, and another that is a humanoid in shape.
Did I kill Tanager's girlfriend?
Yes, you did, my friend. But it's okay, because we live in a fantasy world, and we just got 10 million gold. Resurrection will still work, correct?
So love does have a price.
I don't know what to call what just happened.
The referee holds your hands above your heads and the crowd cheers! Woo! Yeah! Congratulations on winning year 49,594's Fight Club. What one thing would you each want to say to the crowd? And the referee holds a microphone up to your mouths. Percy, you say?
I mean, we're the fire-breathing kittens. What do you expect? We're the best.
Barsook, you announce to the crowd?
Don't play with fire, kids. Leave it to the professionals. We know what we're doing.
And Tanager, you say?
This is a disgusting practice, and you all should be ashamed for watching blood sport. If I live 1 more year, I will make sure this does not happen again. Also, you should give furs to orphans.
Give what to orphans?
Furs to orphans. That's a reference to Tanager's character thing where he was like, what would you say if you had a chance to speak at the Niqamui fighting tournament? And I'm like, oh, I wanted to give furs to orphans, but now my girlfriend just got immolated.
Don't worry.
And, like, we were just figuring stuff out. And, like, Tanager's not happy with the conversation that he ended it on. So, like...
Tanager, give me 8 hours to get my 9th level slot back, and we'll cast True Resurrection on her.
Yeah, we have to do the animals as well.
I mean...
A crowd of clerics runs up from the edge and just kind of like holds a 300 gold worth diamond and kind of like looks at the burned corpses.
Tanager screams at them, go back there and grab 5 more and bring her back. This whole organization is in support of slavery. I don't know exactly what happened, but there's a dead girl in a cage. Dudes. What kind of clerics are you? You're like, oh, Tanager does like the hold me back thing to his friends.
I give him another hug. Tanager, they're trying to improve the situation. Come on, relax. Deep breaths, they will get to the end.
They're standing there with cheap diamonds.
Diamonds are not cheap.
The clerics cast Revivify on all 4 people, and they open their burned, crusty eyes, and their black, flaky skin moves, and they're alive. And that is where we leave our heroes. Not murderers, just contributing to the plastic surgery field of Niqamui. Goodbye, everyone. You've met some real heels today. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Nothing good happened.
Bye. I didn't do it.
We're the heroes.
We won 10 million gold.
Yeah. 3.3 repeating gold each. Whatever.
Bye.
And we revived your girlfriend.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Do you ever get that, kind of attitude? Or how about just getting frustrated over people doing stupid shit? Well, I know exactly where you were coming from, and I have the solution to your frustrations. It's called Time for Crazy, a podcast dedicated to venting about everyday crap that frustrates the masses. So, instead of calling your sister, your mother, or your brother, possibly a friend even, but definitely not on your spouse, to vent about your day, tune into an episode of Time for Crazy and let the host, Karaka Joe, take care of the venting for you.
Tangents with Toby provides an unrehearsed, unedited masterpiece as he drives. Without knowing his topic till actual time of recording, his skills of one-take recording makes him stand out. Driving in the southeast part of Saskatchewan, his show is unmatched. So let's tune in and see what his topic is on Tangents with Toby.